Hi there, I'm Eric with Forte. How many of us are doing this work from home thing right now? I know I am, and in the end, it's not always the most ideal of situations. As you can see, I, like many people, am wearing my shorts, but at the same time I'm also wearing a button-up collar shirt so that if anybody sees me from my camera on my computer, I at least look a little bit more professional. But there's a couple of things about this setup that I'd like to discuss with you, just for ergonomic purposes. First of all, whenever you're using a phone, if you have the opportunity with a mobile phone, I definitely recommend that you have some type of an earpiece to go with it. What this does is it keeps me from having to hold this thing in my hand. If I have to hold this up to my ear for a long period of time, you can see that that's going to get a little bit awkward, and certainly if I get to the point where I have to cradle it against my ear while I'm trying to type at the same time. The earpiece just makes it to where if you need to be able to type and talk at the same time, you certainly can, and you've got a hands-free setup going on. Certainly, with most phones these days, you can also plug into them and be able to use it through a wired headset as well, and that would be fine too. The other thing that I want you to pay attention to is here at my computer, because I'm on a laptop, you see how low that monitor is. Well, the problem with that is that's going to tend to make me want to kind of slouch down to look at it, and I'm going to end up in this sort of hunched forward position for a period of time. And we all know that after I've been doing this for a long period of time, I'm going to get a little bit of tension back here in my neck, tension here in my upper back, and those are things I want to try to avoid. So if I can, I'm going to put something underneath my computer. Now, I got this handy little device a number of years ago at IKEA. And what it does is it brings the monitor up to a little bit better height for me, and it brings the keyboard up to a little bit better ergonomic angle for me, so that when I'm working here for hours, this is going to bother me less. I can sit up a little bit more upright. I can even sit back in my chair the way I would tell most people to do, and work on this and just have a little bit better monitor height. If this were a desktop, normally I'd tell you that your desktop monitor should be about the same height as the top of your head, and that's kind of what you're shooting for. We know we're not going to get that with a laptop. Now, if you don't want to drive to IKEA or order one online, this is the same height basically as about a 3-inch or a 3-inch 3-ring binder, and you can just take a binder and put it up underneath your computer that way instead, and work with it the same way. And in the end, it saves you just a lot of headache, a lot of hassle, and a much better ergonomic situation. So you can see now I can sit against the back of my chair. I can have my computer at a really pretty good height. I can work with this in a pretty ergonomic setting. And this is really just a couple of things that you can do simply to make things a little bit better workout situation for you at home. All right? Hey, I appreciate your time with me today. If you have other questions, look to Forte for some answers. Thanks again. Take care.